My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 26. Time to pick some names. Yo, what is going on, party people? Fumencho here, back at it once again with another My Hero Academia review. I am feeling very much under the weather right now. My throat is just gone. I'm really just like, I mean, I don't need to describe my symptoms to you. I apologize for this review going up a little later than usual. It seems like every single week there's some stupid reason why I can't get the video up as early as I wanted to. So again, I apologize. Let's talk about this episode. This was an interesting episode. It was slower. It's probably the slowest episode I've seen this season so far. And I'm okay with that. It works. I mean, we're at the tail end. I mean, we just finished an arc. So, I mean, I'm okay with a little slower, character-driven type of episode. And this kind of was that. I mean, it was cool. I liked what they were doing with Iida. And him like, you know, dealing with his brother and having that in his head. And picking his hero names. That's what this episode was all about. It was about hero names. And how he still felt like he wasn't ready to take that name. And I like that. I did. I thought that was... Iida, I feel like Iida is going to be a very special character going forward into this season. There was a lot of little hints here and there that might be suggesting some things that I'm afraid of, but I think regardless, he's going to be a really good character in the second core of the season. Second core starts July 8th. There was a PV for the second core that came out, I believe, this morning along with this episode, and it looks very, very intense. It looks scary. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where Iida's character goes next. Something that Deku mentions in this episode is that, you know, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it because I don't even want to. He mentions that, like, I regret not being there for him more at that time, especially because of what happens like next. That's basically what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he said before he left and went to Hosu, I believe. And Hosu is where Stain killed, or not killed his brother, but really, really wounded his brother. So I don't know, there's some interesting things going on there. So yeah, and they're also picking their hero internships, which I thought was really, really interesting. This series really finds ways to surprise me in how the story progresses and how the arcs work. I really like that. I really like, oh, there's like internships for superheroes, and we have heroes, you know, teaming up with other heroes to learn their ways and everything. And I really like, I think that's cool. That's cool. And finally, we're back to where we started, where this season actually started, and that is Gran Torino. I remember the season started with All Might writing a letter to Gran Torino explaining Midoriya's process and progress, rather, and how he's doing himself, and I thought that was really interesting. But it looks like Gran Torino's kind of taken some interest in Deku and is interested in perhaps training him himself. So that's really exciting. Maybe he could learn the ways of the One for All and be able to control it a little better. That's exciting. I saw some stuff in the PV that's definitely suggesting that. So I'm excited to see what that means for Deku and again, how he uses his quirk. Not really any. I mean, there was like Uraraka. She's a part of some weird like gun running, not gun running, like this. I can't remember what it's called, like the Gun Ho Guns or something like that. I don't know. But some like super fighter hero group. And everyone's like, "What, Uraraka? What are you doing?" But yeah, Uraraka, she's bad. She's bad. Oh yeah, she's a rough girl. She'll take you down. And Shoto Todoroki, I can't even remember who he's a part of. And what is Kachan's name? Bakugo. What? It never did show his hero name. He kept wanting to be like Explosion King Murderer. Or like, I don't even know. I don't know who, like, what his name is. I don't know if it's just going to be Bakugo or something like that. I thought that was a little cheap. I thought that was a little bit cheap that they were even allowed just to use their names. Because everyone else was coming up with these really cool names. Like, I mean, was it Froppy? Was that it, Suyu? I believe Suyu was Froppy. There was like Pinky. Although I thought Alien Queen sounded kind of cool though, to be honest. But it does sound a little creepy, I guess. And it was Uraviti. Uraviti? It's so hard to pronounce. I'm sorry. Uravidi, which is like gravity. Uravidi. It sounds weird saying that, right? Is that just me? Tell me how to pronounce that. I watched I need to watch the dub. I need to check that scene out because I cannot pronounce that for the life of me. I thought that was a really creative and fun name. And then Deku comes up and is like, yeah, my name is just Deku. And I get what it means for the character, but it just, I would have preferred a little something. I like Mighty Boy, like that sounded kind of cool. Like there were some interesting things there I think they could have done. I don't know if Deku is going to be his final hero name in the end. I don't know how important that is as of right now. I mean, I call him Deku. I've been calling him Deku since the beginning of the series, so I'm glad I get to keep calling him Deku. It's not like I'm gonna call, you know, Uraraka Uravidi or whatever. God, I cannot pronounce that. What is wrong with me? Yeah, so everyone's got their hero names now, and Iida is just Iida as well because he felt like, again, he wasn't ready to take on his brother's, you know, he wasn't ready to take on his identity, and his brother is paralyzed from the waist down, it seems, and that's, I mean, for a hero that basically his entire quirk is in the legs, that is a big deal. So definitely Iida is feeling some kind of way. This episode got me to feel a certain kind of way, you know, showing that flashback at the hospital. Iida's voice actor, I don't know who does it, very impressive, really, really good. I really like the voice work in this episode, not just from Iida, but from everybody, but Iida definitely shined for sure. And he's going after Stain, for sure. I mean, that's what's happening in this next arc. I mean, he is pissed, he wants vengeance, and the fact that he's going to Hosu, or I believe that's how you pronounce it, or I can't even remember what it was called, I think it was Hosu. Yeah, it looks like he's definitely going after that, and that kind of worries me, because I don't think he's strong enough to take out Stain. But maybe he gets some training from somebody, maybe he kind of learns, I'm not quite sure. I'm surprised we haven't got word from his brother. I can't remember his brother's name. I think it's, he's Tenya, I believe, Iida Tenya, I'm pretty sure. I think he's Tenchi, something, I can't remember, Tenchi, I don't know. But it's weird that he hasn't said anything about it, like, oh hey brother, like, don't go after this guy. He's way stronger than me, and I'm stronger than you, so this is a bad idea, bad news. Just stay away, get away from Hosu City, you know, let the higher-ups deal with this problem. I'm sure they're, you know, at it right now. I'm surprised his brother hasn't said that. Maybe he doesn't want to take him off his path and what he's trying to do. If so, that's kind of interesting, or maybe we just haven't heard it yet and they're going to show it in a flashback later. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, all in all, I did really like this episode. The PV for the second core looks, again, out of control, so I don't really know what's going to happen next. I'm really excited to find out. It looks like we're getting some villains real soon, and we are getting a new opening and a new ending, I believe, on July 8th when the second course starts, which I thought we were getting this week because it was technically just the season half, and I was like, okay, yeah, we're getting a new opening next week, but no, that's not the case, so I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But the second core officially starts on July 8th. It seems kind of weird. I thought the second core meant, you know, the last half, the second half of the season. I don't really know. I gotta stop this review because I can't speak much longer. My throat is just killing me right now. Again, I apologize for how late this review is going up, but all in all, I did enjoy the episode. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. A slower episode, but a good one nonetheless. Comment down below, give me your thoughts on this week's episode of Boku no Hero Academia. And what's your superhero name? Give me your superhero name. I'm curious. Please, I'm serious. What's your superhero name? I want to know. What would be mine? Oh my god, I'll comment mine down there too. Let's talk about our hero names. I'm just curious. And who's your favorite out of all of the hero names? Which one do you think sounds the coolest? Obviously, it's going to be Froppy for me. Froppy is just absolutely amazing. Suyu is, oh my gosh, just the frog that we all need in our lives. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.